Scott, buddy. It's time for you to turn and burn. Now, Scott here picked himself up an AMERITRON al-1200, and they've been modified to work on the 11-meter band. He said his buddy was hitting this with a pair of 250Bs, so that means they're putting 1,000 watts of drive into it plus peak. And guess what? It wouldn't work no more. So he had a good plate, he had all the good meter readings on the front, but no RF coming out of the tube. Now, Scott did kind of mess up. See this crack? Right there, Scott? Yeah. That's why we don't shit the tube inside the amplifier. Now this tube's like rarer than unicorn horn. I mean, it's rare. Hard to find. So, you got lucky. The tube is in full operational condition. So that means it's not completely flat. And it looks pretty good too, so it means it didn't get too hot. So it means they overdrove it and popped the coax on the inside. So now, I start looking at this thing. He's got all the right readings. So I start tracing out the circuit. Well, the RF comes in, runs across the top of the amp, goes down in here into the band selector, but nothing coming out of the band selector to go into the tube. So got good flop on the bias. Everything's right. So I go and I take the front off this amplifier. And this is what I find. This little tiny mini coax is what carries the RF from the relay board to the band selector, and it was burned up right inside the band selector. So Scott, as you can see, I went in and I replaced the mini coax with new mini coax and run it down inside. Now, this thing works phenomenal for what it is. He's got it on 220. Now let's go around the band. It's a 1,000 watt slug in PEP, 5 watt slug in reverse. We're going to use a Striker 955 and the 5 watt slug in reverse on the bird between the Striker and the amplifier. Okay, so let's demonstrate drive real quick. Now, I'm not going to step on a foot pedal. About 80 watts worth of drive. Step on a pedal. So just laid it over in the corner. I'm going to turn the multiplier up to 2x. Alright. So 1,000 is right there between the 40 and the 60. That'd be 50, right? Watch this. 80 watts of drive, Scott. BBI got down. BBI got down. So you got about 1.5 watts to 2 watts coming back from this box. Now, I went in here and I adjusted right down here on this bottom knob is the input. I adjusted that down as far as it's going to go. So that's the best match you're going to get, which is still pretty good. But this thing's perfect, dude. It's good to go. I put the face back on it. I'm going to button the rest of the tin up. I'm going to send it home to you. One more time, Scott. Check this out. Scott, 150 watts max. Remember, this tube's rare. See what we got for air temps. Maybe 129 degrees, 130 degrees. This tube's rare, so guard it. Because to go get another one of these, like $1,900 for that tube. You and I both know this because we've been talking about it back and forth on the phone. It's a beautiful, clean amplifier. The case is in really good shape. Inside of it's in really good shape, super clean. You're all set, brother. Now I'll get to working on the other box for you here real quick. My name is BBI. And without a shadow of a doubt, I am the biggest mud duck in Idaho. Come check us out, www.bbiamps.com. And trust me, if you put RF in one end and more comes out the other, I can fix, repair, or build you a new one. I appreciate everybody's support. I'll see ya.